Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Do you have a sweet tooth that just won't quit, but you're trying to be mindful of your sugar intake, perhaps for your blood sugar levels, or just for overall health? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? It's a common misconception that sugar-free automatically means blood sugar-friendly. The truth is a bit more nuanced, and understanding it is key to making truly informed choices for your health. When you see sugar-free on a package, it means the product contains less than 0.5 grams of sugar per serving. Sounds great, right? But here's the crucial part: it doesn't mean it's free of carbohydrates, or even calories. And it certainly doesn't mean it won't affect your blood sugar at all. Examples include sucralose, often found as Splenda, aspartame, NutraSweet, Equal, and saccharin, sweet and low. Stevia and monk fruit extract are the most popular examples here. And this is where the plot thickens for our sugar-free wafers. This is where understanding the type of sweetener and the overall composition of the wafer becomes critical. They are generally non-caloric and, for the most part, do not directly raise blood sugar levels. If so, you've probably found yourself reaching for those tempting sugar-free treats, like sugar-free wafers. They promise all the deliciousness without the guilt, right? It sounds like a perfect solution, a way to satisfy your cravings without the dreaded sugar spike. But here's the burning question: are these sugar-free wafers truly free from impacting your blood sugar? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of sugar-free wafers. We'll uncover what sugar-free actually means on a label, explore the different types of sweeteners used, and most importantly, reveal their real impact on your blood sugar levels. We'll also discuss potential pitfalls and offer practical advice for navigating these tricky treats. Common examples you'll see on ingredient lists include maltitol, sorbitol, xylitol, erythritol, and mannitol. They provide sweetness but are only partially digested by your body, meaning they contribute fewer calories and have a lower impact on blood sugar compared to regular sugar. However, and this is a big however, they can still raise blood sugar, especially in larger quantities or for certain types. We'll get into that more in a moment. So, if you're ready to unlock the secrets behind sugar-free wafers and their effect on your body, stick around. Let's get started. First things first, let's decode that sugar-free label. The magic behind sugar-free products lies in the sugar substitutes they use. There are generally three main categories you'll encounter. 1. Sugar alcohols. These are naturally occurring carbohydrates found in some fruits and vegetables, but they're often manufactured for use in processed foods. 2. Artificial sweeteners. These are synthetic compounds that are many times sweeter than sugar, so only tiny amounts are needed. 3. Natural high-intensity sweeteners. These are derived from plants and are also much sweeter than sugar, providing sweetness without significant calories or direct blood sugar spikes. So, while all these aim to replace sugar, their actual impact on your body, particularly your blood sugar, can be quite different. Now, let us get to the core of the matter. How do these sugar-free wafers actually impact your blood sugar levels? The sugar alcohol effect. If your sugar-free wafers use sugar alcohols, you need to pay close attention. While they have a lower glycemic index than table sugar, they are still carbohydrates, and they can raise your blood sugar. Maltitol, for instance, is a very common sugar alcohol in sugar-free baked goods and chocolates because it mimics sugar's texture well. However, its glycemic index is relatively high for a sugar alcohol, around 35 to 52, compared to glucose at 100. So, wafers primarily sweetened with erythritol are less likely to cause a blood sugar spike. This means it can still cause a noticeable rise in blood sugar, especially if consumed in larger amounts. The label might say sugar-free, but if it contains several grams of maltitol per serving, your blood sugar might not get the free pass you were hoping for. Even if there's no added sugar, the refined flour, often wheat flour, in the wafer itself will break down into glucose and raise your blood sugar. Many people focus so much on the sugar-free claim that they forget to look at the total carbohydrates on the nutrition label. While early, some studies suggest potential links between certain artificial sweeteners and changes in gut flora that could indirectly affect glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity in some individuals. This area is still under active investigation, so it's not a definitive conclusion, but it's something to be aware of. A sugar-free wafer might have 15 to 20 grams of total carbohydrates per serving, which can certainly impact blood sugar, regardless of the sweetener used. For someone managing diabetes, this can be a significant factor. These sweeteners are not metabolized for energy in the same way carbohydrates are. So, from a direct glycemic response perspective, they are typically safe for blood sugar. Erythritol, on the other hand, has a glycemic index close to zero and is largely excreted unchanged by the body. The challenge is that many sugar-free products use a blend of sugar alcohols, and the total amount can add up. The hidden carbohydrate factor, beyond the sweeteners, remember that wafers are made from flour, which is a carbohydrate. Artificial and natural sweeteners, sucralose, stevia, monk fruit wafers primarily sweetened with artificial or natural high-intensity sweeteners generally do not cause a direct blood sugar spike. However, there are still nuances and ongoing research regarding these sweeteners. Sweetness perception. Some experts suggest that regularly consuming intensely sweet, non-caloric foods might keep your palate accustomed to high levels of sweetness, potentially leading to cravings for other sweet foods. Gut microbiome impact. Emerging research is exploring how some artificial sweeteners might influence the balance of bacteria in your gut. Compensatory eating. There's a psychological aspect. If something is labeled sugar-free, we might subconsciously feel it's healthier or guilt-free, leading us to eat larger portions than we would of a regular treat. Those calories, even from fats and other carbs, can still add up and impact overall health and weight management. So, the impact of sugar-free wafers on your blood sugar is not a simple yes or no. It depends heavily on the specific ingredients, the quantity consumed, and your individual sensitivity. Beyond just blood sugar, there are other important considerations when it comes to sugar-free wafers and similar products. Because they are only partially digested, they can ferment in the gut, leading to gas, bloating, and a laxative effect. If you've ever experienced digestive upset after eating a sugar-free product, sugar alcohols are likely the culprit. This is particularly true for maltitol and sorbitol. Erythritol is generally better tolerated, but individual sensitivity varies. Digestive discomfort. This is a very common side effect of sugar alcohols, especially when consumed in larger quantities. Nutritional value, or lack thereof. Many sugar-free wafers, despite their claims, are still highly processed foods. They often lack the beneficial nutrients found in whole foods, such as vitamins, minerals, and natural fiber. These wafers often contain fats from oils, and consuming too many can still lead to weight gain, which can, in turn, negatively affect insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control over time. The guilt-free perception can sometimes lead to overconsumption. Turn the package over and examine the nutrition facts and ingredient list. They might be sugar-free, but they're not necessarily nutrient-rich. If maltitol is high on the list, be more cautious. Relying on them as a significant part of your diet means you could be missing out on essential nutrients your body needs to thrive. This is the most reliable way to know how a specific product affects you. These naturally help stabilize blood sugar and provide essential nutrients. Treat sugar-free wafers as an occasional indulgence, not a daily staple. They are still a treat, not a health food. The importance of reading labels. This cannot be stressed enough. Don't just look for sugar-free. Total carbohydrates. This is crucial. Pay attention to the total carb count, not just the sugar count. Enjoy them in moderation, just as you would any other treat. Fiber. A higher fiber content will help mitigate blood sugar spikes. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge to make the best choices for your unique body. Sugar alcohols. Identify which sugar alcohols are used and how many grams per serving. Other ingredients. Look for artificial colors, flavors, and unhealthy fats. Becoming a label detective empowers you to make truly informed choices that align with your health goals. Portion control still matters. Even if a sugar-free wafer has a minimal impact on blood sugar, calories still count. So, what's the takeaway here, and how can you make informed choices for better energy and stable blood sugar? For individuals managing diabetes or blood sugar, consult your healthcare professional. Always discuss dietary changes and the inclusion of sugar-free products with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can provide personalized advice. Monitor your blood sugar. If you choose to consume sugar-free wafers, test your blood sugar before and after to understand your individual response. Prioritize whole foods. Your main focus should always be on whole, unprocessed foods like lean proteins, non-starchy vegetables, healthy fats, and whole grains. For general health and energy, treat them as occasional treats. Don't view sugar-free as a license to eat unlimited amounts. They are still processed snacks. Focus on nutrient-dense snacks. For sustained energy and overall well-being, prioritize snacks that offer a balanced combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Fresh fruit, nature's candy, packed with fiber to manage natural sugars. Nuts and seeds, excellent sources of healthy fats, protein, and fiber. Greek yogurt, high in protein and often contains probiotics for gut health. Vegetable sticks with hummus, fiber, vitamins, and healthy fats. Hard-boiled eggs, pure protein power. By understanding the nuances of sugar-free products and prioritizing whole, nourishing foods, you can truly take control of your blood sugar levels, maintain stable energy, and support your overall health. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights into health.